next test for me should be, can he handle a ridiculous amount of money? Because I've handled heartbreak, I've handled patience. Now I'm ready to handle direct deposit blessings, my financial overflow, miraculous tax brackets. Lord, please test me with wealth. I promise I won't switch up. I'll still say thank you after every transaction. You gave me character, now give me commas. I think God's next test for me should be, can he handle a ridiculous amount of money? Because I've handled heartbreak, I've handled patience. Now I'm ready to handle direct deposit blessings, my financial overflow, miraculous tax brackets. Lord, please test me with wealth. I promise I won't switch up. I'll still say thank you after every transaction. You gave me character, now give me commas.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work out?
That doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
These are facts.
And what do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
Check, mic check. How are we doing? Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Gaming Daily News live stream every Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. EST. My name is Icy Gaming. I will be hosting, reacting, reviewing the news today. I hope that you're having a fantastic Monday. I hope that you had a fantastic weekend. Boy, oh boy, do we have a banger for you today. Tons of news, so much gaming news all over the place, brought to you by today's wonderful, amazing, incredible, fantastic sponsor. Once I get them on the screen, Kay, you are second to Vix Bob. Vix Bob in the building. What is up, brother? Kay, nice to see you. Thank you guys for tuning in. I think I have to go to this one. Yeah, that scene. And then I have to add the tab to present to you today's incredible B3.fun sponsor. Something new is coming. Something new is cooking. Something new is rebooting, is loading. Guys, B3 is the official gaming chain of Gaming Daily. They are incredible, built by former Coinbase and Base alumni. Day one Coinbase listing, the token was over like $100 million FDV. I think it got as high as, and that might have been not fully diluted. Maybe fully diluted was like 200 or 300. Either way, it was one of the best performing tokens of 2025 when it launched. And you can join their Discord and become a believer. Discord.gg/B3.fun. Very exciting. I don't know what is cooking. I don't know what is coming, but it is going to be serious play built by the Xbase team. Many plays, one loop. We've loved working with them. They had their casual gaming platform, basement.fun. Of course, they've built incredible tools like Hype Duel and AnySpend. If you're not following B3, you're missing out on crypto gaming. So you should definitely jump into their Discord and become a believer. More on them later. We'll go back to the full screen and just check in. Oh my goodness. We're talking about Pokemon. We're talking about Google partnering with Apple. We're talking about a new One Piece season 2 trailer. We're talking about games shutting down, games launching tokens, so much more. Scam allegations continuing against Chronos Worlds. These ones are pretty damning. And I think I side with the creator. I mean, I'm always siding with the creators. But you know, when you take a token deal, like, if it doesn't work out, you know, that's the risk you take. But this one was not a token deal. And Fan, you've got some explaining to do, but we do have a statement from Fan, the CEO of Chronos Worlds. So stay tuned for all of that. And without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's just get into the news. We got crazy things to talk about. So let's talk about them. The S&P hitting all-time highs. 69 for the memes, for the culture. 6,975 for the S&P 500. This is like, you know, basically the top 500 companies in the US stock market. It's the basket, the bundle that basically just represents the state of the stock market, which is like, you know, drives so much of the world. All-time highs. Absolutely insane for asset holders. Gold breaking all-time highs of $4,600. S&P gold all-time highs. What is going on? What is going on? Crypto, of course, not so much. Crypto. Why do I not have my website view here? Is it that one? Hold on. No, that's not right. Give me 1 second. I've added so many. I'm gonna have to figure that out. Either way, for now, we'll just go over to the prices. You can see Bitcoin $91,000, up like a little bit, but really not. I think we crossed over 92 at one point today, which was nice. Ethereum still over 3,000, but I think we were like, you know, we were touching 3,200 at one point. Solana $139. So it feels bad, man. It feels bad to be a crypto holder, crypto believer when you see gold all-time highs, S&P all-time highs. You know, my uncle and aunts who I was shilling Bitcoin to, who were buying gold and silver, are dunking on me right now. And I'm happy for them. I wish I bought more gold. But you know, listen, Bitcoin was once 20K. So how much can we really complain? We got more to talk about. A16Z raised $15 billion for AI and crypto. This happened like over the weekend. I saw the news. We're seeing articles today. $15 billion. A16Z. What does that mean exactly? I mean, this is probably a really great article from Decrypt. Andreessen Horowitz announced it raised $15 billion across multiple new funds, one of the largest VC fundraisers in years. They've got growth, $6.75 billion, apps, $1.7 billion, infrastructure, $1.7 billion, American dynamism. What is that word? $1.176 billion, bio and health, $700 million plus $3 billion in other strategies. For historical context, A16Z has been a top crypto allocator for years, raising dedicated vehicles, including, we can go down here, $300 million for its first crypto fund, $515 million, $2.2 billion, $4.5 billion in their crypto fund back in 2022. Of course, they've invested in Coinbase, Solana, Uniswap, OpenSea, Phantom, Kalshi, Eigenlayer, which were all very good bets. So they're saying, as the American leader in venture capital, the fate of new technology in the United States rests partly on their shoulders, and their mission is ensuring that America wins the next 100 years of technology. I like it. $15 billion is a lot of money. Hopefully a lot of that can go into crypto and flow down to our beloved crypto gaming space. I want to go to this next article, but I'm like scared I am scared because I have to figure out where I was sharing the, oh, is it this one? Oh, okay. I think it is this one. Okay. All right. That is the article share right there. Guys, can we talk about this? Lego says that they want all of your money with their Pokemon set, their first ever Pokemon set, launching in February 2026. So next month, Pokemon is coming to Lego, and oh my goodness, look at the Eevee. Look at these sets. Oh, okay, Eevee, $60 for Eevee. Not bad. Very reasonable. 587 pieces. Hidden Easter egg that is related to Eevee's multiple evolutions. I like that. Here's where it gets a little tricky. Here's where it gets a little bit more challenging. Pikachu. How amazing is that? Pikachu looks absolutely incredible with a Pokeball. My goodness, I need a Lego Pikachu, but it's going to cost me $200. What? $200 for the Pikachu. That is just criminal. That's criminal. How are they going to charge kids, families, parents $200? Listen, these Lego sets are not cheap. We have a Lego store near me and we go into them. Like the F1 cars are like $130. So many of them are so expensive. I don't understand why they're so expensive, but it is the MO for Lego. So not surprising. Really heartbreaking though, because I want this and they're really going to make me spend $200. But how, like, so many people in the world cannot afford this, and it's just kind of, that's sad. That is sad. But it gets worse, guys. It gets worse. Stay tuned for this one. The Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise, their flagship set, looks insane. Look how good that looks, but it is going to cost you $650. I mean, I need that. I want that. But who can afford that? That's just heartbreaking. But it is 6,838 pieces, which is pretty awesome. That would be, I mean, that is a challenge. My girlfriend and I, we did a 500 piece puzzle over the holiday, and it took us like 2 days. I mean, that's a puzzle, maybe different than a Lego set, but yeah, that is the Pokemon Lego news for the day. They also have a few more sets. Pretty cool. Get your badges. Get the mini Poke Center. Super cute. And you can pre-order them. And I think you're going to get an extra exclusive reward bonus for the pre-order. Coming in February 2026. It'll be interesting. Maybe they're going to sell out. I'll be curious to see the demand for the Legimon, the Lego Pokemons. Moving on, we had other crazy, big, world-changing news in today's Monday. Apple has partnered with Google to power their next-gen Siri using Gemini AI. Massive win for Gemini, for Google in the AI race wars against ChatGPT, against Grok, against, the other big models, Microsoft's, Claude. Apple, this actually surprised me. And I think from this, Google became a $4 trillion company. I think they crossed $4 trillion because of this partnership, which is crazy. It's really surprising that Apple is not investing more in making their own. They're not entering into the AI LLM race. I imagine that eventually they will, because they really like to own the entire tech stack. But in the beginning, they used Intel chips to power their phones and everything. And they did that for what, 10, 15 years, almost 20 years. They were Intel based before they started making their own hardware with the M1, and I think they're on like M5 chips now, Apple Intelligence. So I imagine in the future we will get Apple AI, but for now, to stay competitive, to make their phones the best that they can possibly be, they are tapping Google's Gemini for Siri, which is great because Siri has like always sucked. And so this is like what Siri was always meant to be. So I'll be really curious to see how that rolls out. If we start using more Siri, I'd be interested as well to see if they have like a data partnership, if they're going to get all that data, if they're listening in, the privacy and the security never feels great with Google, at least. Apple at least tries to protect its users. I don't know. I've given a lot of data to ChatGPT, but it's like, it's a separate company and, but I don't know. All of our data is always out there. So major win though for Google, for Gemini, and Apple is going to be a big player with this. So I'll be curious to see how good Siri can get. Next up, we got to talk about Netflix dropping the teaser for One Piece Season 2 coming on March 10th. This is their live action series, though. This is not the anime. So I'm actually not up to date on the live action series. I'd be really curious to hear how it's going, how the fan reception is, what people think. Apparently season 1 had huge success of over 40 million views in 2 weeks across 84 countries. New cast members are including Lara Obova as a mysterious Nico Robin in a white fur coat and cowboy hat. David, I'm gonna butcher these names. My goodness. Nico and Chopper debut, Adrian. It's coming. It's happening. We got the trailer. Should we look at the trailer real quick? I think we should look at the trailer.
At first they were merely a rumor. A dark whisper. They are Baroque works.
They're an organization of assassins.
Looks pretty good. Looks pretty
It's
good.
the absence of hope. You will never find the One Piece.
My friends. Together.
There's nothing we can't take on.
So you're a captain of the Straw Hat Pirates?
Monkey D. Luffy.
You might think you're unstoppable, but your friends aren't made of rubber.
You gotta be.
These guys are unstoppable!
Now's my turn.
Good luck.
Looks pretty good. Looks pretty good. Thoughts generally about live action animes. They're never going to be as good as the original animes. Like yeah. I got to watch One Piece actually. I really got to watch One Piece. Don't yell at me, guys. I actually have not watched One Piece. I know it's blasphemous. This actually makes me want to watch the One Piece anime. It's been on my list for a really long time. Maybe I can get into it in 2026. My favorite anime of all time is Cowboy Bebop. I watched Naruto. but I just love like the stoicism and the philosophy and the art behind Cowboy Bebop. I did watch the live action Netflix Cowboy Bebop. I enjoyed it, but I mean, yeah, it's never as good as the anime. Come on. It's never as good. Yeah, I know it's over 1,000 episodes, Adrian. Anthem shut down permanently today. Very, very sad. We knew this was coming. It was happening. It was on the docket for a long time. This is the Concord before Concord, Opera GX. Hilarious. Another reminder that games don't last forever. I spent the whole weekend grinding Anthem missions back in 2019. I feel weird knowing those worlds are gone for good. Tough. I saw Jake Lucky commenting on this a lot. Like the flying mode was insane. It was always surprising that like they didn't do more with it. So pour one out for another great game. See guys, even in Web 2, games are shutting down. We do have a game shut down, unfortunately, in Web 3 that we're going to talk about a little bit later. But we're going to keep the show going for right now. Pal World is coming after that Pokemon. They are officially getting a trading card game launching on July 30th, 2026. I'm excited, man. That card looks cool already. Obviously, it's missing all the stats and fill-ins. It's just a teaser. I mean, listen, they did Pokemon as a video game better than Pokemon has done. So what are they going to bring to the TCG? That will be very interesting. Are we going to get Pokemon TCG with guns? We'll have to wait and see. The Deserto article does say players will deploy different pals, use their unique traits, gather resources, and build bases as they battle toward victory. Very, very interesting. Pachara says, I feel like everyone is making a TCG nowadays. Yeah, it's easy to make cards, right? YP says this is going to be short-lived. YP is not a believer. Nintendo will not be happy about this one. Shout out to Play to Earn. Interested to see how the value of these will change over time. Looking forward to the release. Makes sense. If Pokemon did it, why not Pal World? Pokemon collectors realizing they're about to relapse for something stronger. Interesting. Pokemon will always be on top. I mean, yeah, of course. Pokemon are going to love this. Yeah. Guns and bows and swords. Pal World TCG. How do I feel about this? How do I feel? You know, we just had the the league TCG, and I thought they did a good job with the IP. I guess I just don't know any like of the Pal World IP, like any of the characters, any of the monsters, any of the like the the leaders, like what you play as. I think I would like a Pal World TV show before I got a trading card game. Give me the cartoon, give me the anime, give me the movie, give me the series, then launch the card game, I think. You know, do what League did with why can't I think of it? Oh my gosh, it's my favorite. Arcane. Do what League did, like launch Arcane on Netflix. Oh my gosh, make one of the best animes ever, and then come out with the game. That would have been sick. Of course, that probably takes way more money than making the TCG. But the TCG, I have to assume that they're trying to be innovative, that they're trying to bring something new to the table. So I'm sure that they put a lot of time and energy into this. You would have to imagine. But I want the show. They've got enough money to make well, do they though? Did they make enough money off the game to make a show? Maybe not. But with AI now, I mean, hire the Duff brothers, make it with AI, like do something sick. I don't know. That's just my take. What do you guys think? Am I crazy? Am I off? Do you guys agree? You guys can disagree with me in the chat. You don't, like if I'm crazy, feel free to let me know. All right, guys, let's talk about some of the crypto games. This is where the fun begins. The fun is coming on January 15th, 2026. Football.fun, sport.fun. The fun token is coming in 3 days, ladies and gentlemen. From the team that has made $10 million since their launch over the summer. The biggest game on base. The only crypto game that is that is still like, that we're clinging on hope to. Their TG is coming. They did, how much did they raise for their pre-sale? It was like $3 million at a $60 million FTV. They raised a bunch of money. Adam says, okay, then. Actually, the most exciting thing on base right now. Shout out to Frisk. ICOB says, what month is 15? Yeah, that's funny. They're on Arc Raiders. Gorilla in the chat. Biggest game on base. Yeah, biggest game on Steam, though. Talk about it, Gorilla. Talk about it. Yo, guys, real quick. Actually, funny timing that Gorilla shows up, because our next tweet is from the man, the myth, the Gorilla himself. The myth, the legend, the Gorilla himself. Crypto Gorilla saying football.fun TGE this week. The market believes it will trade over $100 million, sharing that poly market. $216,000 in volume. 87% says it's going to launch over 70 million. 69% over 100 million. I mean, the 70 million almost feels like free 13%. I think that they raised at a $60 million FTV. I really think they're getting support from Base. So obviously Base is going to probably try and support this quite a bit. I think, did Coinbase Ventures invest in them? I don't know if that's true. So yeah, speculation there. And while we've got Gorilla in the chat, guys, my guy is doing morning news streams, just like I'm doing the evening gaming news stream. He is talking about ICOs, NFTs, everything happening in that space. I was tuned in, locked in this morning on his stream. It was super good. So, be sure to check that out. Be sure to follow, subscribe, hit the notification bar, and support the homies. Look at that. Look at that. Everything that you want to know. My guys got you. Guys, we're going to be locked in on the fun TGE though. It's going to be a big week, and this will really kind of be a signal for where the markets are at, and like this could revive sentiment in crypto gaming just a tad bit, even though like football.fun, they don't really consider themselves a crypto game. And is it really? Probably not, but we are claiming them. They are friends of the show, friends of the industry. Adam is in Wolvesdow. A lot of the team is in Wolvesdow with Caleb, with Gaspode. Who else is on the team? I can't think right now. So really hoping it goes well for them. Really happy for all their success. We need great crypto products, great apps that people love to use, that are performing well, and that can show what this technology can do. So Adam is a first principles thinker. Football.fun has done it differently, has done it in their own ways the entire time. So I'm really excited, because I think that they're going to try to bring some novel ideas and mechanics to their launch and to their token. Shout out to Adam. We've been talking about him a lot. He's had great articles in writing talking about all, they were invested by Coinbase Ventures. So yeah, Coinbase Base, I don't think that they're going to like let that fail. I think they're going to, this is the one that they're going to go all out for. So high expectations, not financial advice, of course. The ticker is great. I love the fun ticker. Have fun staying poor. Adam knows how to meme with the best of them. He's got great articles designing or talking about the token design, the economy design, how they're thinking about everything within their ecosystem. So all eyes are on football.fun this week. We wish them well. Tune in on the 15th, because we'll be talking about how the token goes. With that said, moving on from one NFT, Gorilla, to more NFT updates. We got D-Gods entering into the other side. D-Gods made a D-God avatar for the other side. Free and unlimited mint is live now. I didn't know D-Gods was still doing stuff, to be honest. Shout out to D-Gods. OGs. This is not the first like avatar NFT project into the other side that we've seen lately. And it just never really does it for me. I feel like the NFT integrations into the crypto games, it's like, it's a nice to have, but it doesn't really move the needle any which way. So I'm not mad at it, of course, but am I excited? Does this make me bullish? Does this like, is this, you know, mainstream adoption? Like, no. It's cool for D-Gods. It's cool for holders to be able to like have a little bit more utility. But I just feel like the other side is, it's not that they're a closed ecosystem, but the amount of, it's like, it's, you know, they just work with like the projects that they're like friends with, right? It's like D-Gods, Pudgy, Other Side, Dead Fellas, Creeps. It's like all these NFT projects are all like, you know, together. And I just don't think that this is driving things forward in the ways that we want them to. But it is cool. It is cool. I mean, Other Side, remember guys, we've talked about it recently on the stream. They do want to be the clubhouse for crypto. They want to be the place where, you know, people in crypto can go. And since we can't hang out on Twitter anymore, you know, salute to them trying to do that in the Other Side. I did see Other Side updates. It seemed like there was a video, I don't know, was it posted on their channel? It did seem like some people were giving some updates. It seems like poker was coming soon. Yeah, shout out to this post right here. Oh no, not that post. I think it's right below this one. I saw some clip about poker coming soon, some other updates. Yeah, Meebits is doing a takeover in the Other Side, and it's like, it just doesn't feel like this moves the needle. I don't know where that post went. So we're just going to move on. Moku. Our beloved Moku. Hantao. Some of the best builders in the space, some of the best projects, IPs in the space. It's great to see them really like coming to market, doing their thing. Tomorrow's box sale is going, their booster box is going live. This is ahead of their $1 million Grand Arena Season 1 prize pool. They've got the applications open for their $50,000 creator rewards program. So there is a lot of good stuff happening there. Llama, I see you, brother. Don't think that I don't see you. I appreciate you tuning in on Twitch, on YouTube. Love the support. Thank you so much. Yeah, they need to announce new products other than like we've collabed with such and such. Perfectly said, man. That's what I was trying to say. Thank you. But moving on to Moku. Moku dropped the details on their booster box rates, what you need to know, the standard packs, the lucky packs, and everything. Going live tomorrow at 10 a.m. EST. I don't know how much they're going to cost. I guess that would be good to know. I don't know if they dropped that yet. I might get one. I have a few Mokis. And I love Hantao, so I want to support them. That is on the Gaming Daily website. If anyone wants to check that out, you can add the event to your calendar. You can track it. We will be covering it tomorrow. I can see the chat, brother. I appreciate you. We're going to keep it going, guys. We're going to keep it going. We're going to keep it going to Hantao's profile. Hantao is someone who is always active, always explaining what they're doing, giving insights into how they're designing things. So, you know, as they're rolling out this event and this sale, definitely keep an eye on Hantao's profile. You know, he says they put $50,000 to start for guilds and creators, and his plan is to watch how they perform and give additional funding to the ones that can convert. Guys, can we convert over here on Gaming Daily? Can we sell some booster boxes? I don't know. He's concluded that X is just filled with AI spam, so it's hard to parse, but he does want to deploy more capital, and conversions are king. He's got a lot of guild applications. His goal is to support, the people that are supporting them. Oh, we got an image on the easiest way to understand the green arena, the grand arena, not the green arena. Let's take a look at this actually. Try and, oops, that's not going to work. Let me zoom out a little bit. Try and get this image here. That's not working. Let me try and zoom in on it. There we go. Okay. So we've got the card holders. It's a little blurry, but I'll read it for you guys. We got the card holders. Each card represents a Moki. You can enter 4 Moki cards, one scheme into contests. The lineups get points in the contest. The top placers will get the bulk of the entry fees and rewards. At the same time, Moki holders are training their Mokis in the Moki Manager. I think mine are training right now. It was super simple for that to set up and for that to happen. The Mokis will play automatically in Moki Mayhem, which is awesome. And then those performance will equal points that will go into the lineups. So there's some synergy there. Each performance rewards, or you will earn performance rewards, and then that will be Moki XP earned towards the $1 million prize pool. Okay. Seems pretty straightforward. I want to go through it and see how it works and see how it feels, but seems pretty straightforward. Let's keep it going, guys. Oops, I got to zoom in a little bit there. Checkmate. Guys, the Annie-Chess ecosystem has been moving. One of the crypto games that is not getting enough attention, not getting enough love, but is doing their thing. Annie-Chess, which is a great game, invested in by Animoca Brands, has Magnus Carlsen as an ambassador and has done content with Magnus Carlsen. I watched their live stream. So definitely not one to fade. I've been supporting them for a while, but ever since they launched their token, to be honest, I wasn't really keeping up with things, because then when people launch their tokens, just like everything becomes about the token. But I've been seeing nonstop updates from Checkmate, from Annie-Chess. So really congrats to them. I think that they've been doing their thing. I want to pay more attention because I did also like the game. The game was really fun. It was basically chess with like fun twists and elements to it where they randomized it and like they gamified chess to make it a bit more playful and add in a little bit of chaos and twists and turns. So like you can do these you can basically just do these special moves, and it adds a whole new element to chess, which really like made it a fresh game. So Team Secret is competing at the highest level across multiple titles for over 12 years, and they are joining the Checkmate ecosystem. So major news, major partnership, major collab. The strategy token will be used as payment and participation token, membership NFTs, tokenized rewards, competitive access, all of that good stuff. I'm actually not familiar with Team Secret. It sounds familiar, but who are these guys? Let's take a look. Official Twitter of Team Secret, 578,000. Chess with extra steps. No, it's not chess with extra steps. It is chess with a twist, which completely reinvents the game. You got to try it. You got to try it. It's like one of those games that you have to try. Just like I got Crypto Gorilla to play Arc Raiders. It's like, oh, once you try it, it's like, oh, this was actually kind of fun. This is kind of cool. I like how they've like designed it and set it up. But cool. Shout out to Team Secret. Good for them. Moving on. We have an update from Chev. Chev is one of their main builders with Annie-Chess. Looks like the token is up 250% over the past month. So the token is doing well. $17 million market cap, 94 million fully diluted value on that market cap. And we got an update. Annie-Chess is the Arc Raiders of Web3. No, I think I think Providence is the Arc Raiders of Web3. It's a PvPvE extraction shooter that is beautiful, just like Arc Raiders. So it's like very similar gameplay design. Obviously, not going to be up to the quality of Arc Raiders, but it's a very close game. Grill, are we playing Arc Raiders right after this, man? Let's go. Let's run it. I'm free in like 25 minutes. All right, here's what's coming in the next 3 weeks for Chess. They've got a new season, a new product, new distribution channel, new NFT, new central exchange listing, new partnership, and a new wave of Web 2 onboarding. Coded. They are back to biddling. So congrats to them, man. You love to see the good guys win. I think, like, you know, they're the sport.fun of chess, if you will. So big shout out to NHS. We're going to keep it going, guys. Mythical Games dropping some App Store charts with only 150 days left to the FIFA World Cup. Things are about to get fun this year. Are you ready? Meanwhile, enjoy the latest Adidas-powered season. They are within the top games being downloaded in the popular charts in the US App Store. Major success to them. FIFA Rivals continues to be cooking. However, I did hear a rumor, and this is not substantiated, but it is possible that their NFL Rivals licensing deal is up. So NFL Rivals might be coming to an end. I would be very surprised to see if that actually came to fruition. What is their Twitter? NFL, is it _rivals or is it changed? Oh, play NFL Rivals. Okay. Let's just check to see if there's any update over here. We haven't seen anything since September of 2025. And we've been in NFL season right now. So for them to not be doing much is crazy. So maybe the rumors are true. That's a really weird model for Mythical Games to have. Just thinking out loud right now, to license an IP and to build an entire game around it and then have success, but then the license run out and you just discontinue it and then the game dies. I mean, I guess that's pretty standard to a certain degree, but they're building so much of their own personal IP, Mythical Games, off of FIFA Rivals and NFL Rivals. So for them to just let that license lapse would be really weird. I mean, I don't know if it's a short-term bet. I mean, NFL Rivals has been around for 2-3 years. And FIFA Rivals just launched this past year. So I would expect it to be around 3-4 years as well. But yeah, that's a bit odd. At least they didn't launch any token, right? Yeah, that is a Pudgy game. Pudgy Company, Gorilla. So this is the studio behind Pudgy Party. So interesting. We're going to keep an eye on this. Keep a close eye on what they're doing. I do like Mythical Games. I do like their ecosystem. They do have the Myth token. I think it was originally on Polkadot, but I think that they talked about migrating because they were also launching something. I think they were doing their own thing as well. And that's kind of the confusing thing with Mythical Games, because they have a few different products. They've got their marketplace, and that just transition. They're also launching a new marketplace we talked about last week. I think it's called Pulse Marketplace. So on one hand, I do like that they have a lot of shots on goal, but on the other hand, it's not necessarily cohesive. It's kind of like a shotgun spray and pray approach. But shout out to Duncan on the team. Shout out to John Linden, their CEO. Shout out to Squiddy. He's working with them as well. So great team over there. Great guys. And we'll try and get them on the show sometime. I'd love to talk to them and maybe learn a little bit more. Moving on, guys, we got to talk about Mystery winning this weekend's Parallel League. Open number 8 with a 2-0 win over Baby Bear, our homegirl Baby Bear. Incredible content creator, incredible TCG player, parallel ecosystem supporter. You always see her at all the conferences. She was at the championships in Vegas. She was at YGG Play Summit. Unfortunately, could not best mystery in this weekend's League Open 8. So congrats to him. Look at the relief on his face. Really love covering the parallel league and their championships. They'll be back on January 24th and 25th for the long-awaited Major 3 Swiss rounds. Why isn't Icy on Blaze? Tis tis. Yo, Spike, hook it up, brother. Hook it up. I'd be happy to, co-stream, get on Blaze. I see what you're doing over there. Also, big shout out to Spike Collects, Spike Reacts, the OG Wayfinder Spike in the building, the legends pulling up to support your boy. You'll love to see it. Happy New Year. We're due for a call, Spike. I love you, brother. Llama asking, is this something that will be live streamed? The Parallel League? Yeah. They stream it on Twitch. They are very big on Twitch. So I'm sure that stream was going. And shout out to Ali Straza, shout out to Excelsior, shout out to Muka. Yep, tune in to see who takes the dub right there. Twitch.tv/parallel_TCG. Creators could live watch and react. Hint, hint. Listen, man, I love the suggestion, Llama. I appreciate you. I am not Parallel is a complicated game. I'm not even gonna lie. And I am not a native TCG player, so trying to comment on it. I love watching the shoutcasting from Muka and Ali Straza because they do such a great job. But yeah, it's a hard game to follow. Big shout out to Manic Pixie in the chat. All right, guys, we got to keep it going through the news. We got a little bit more off the grid. Custom Lobbies Duo Clash is live. Flaw Gaming HQ was live on Twitch with 25 teams ready to drop into Teardrop. This was yesterday. So it looks like they had their event over the weekend. Big shout out to them. I love seeing the gaming events on the weekend. I usually take the weekends off. So I was not able to catch this. But love Off the Grid hosting events and keeping the energy and the esports going. Ooh, guys, we got to talk about this scam alert post from Predzor. Let's get into the juice. We got some unfortunate news that we got to talk about today, and we are in that section. So we've already talked about Kronos Worlds and the drama around their TGE, their token launch. They cut a few token deals with various creators and guilds, and then creators were not paid the amount that they were expecting because the token dropped substantially, basically crashed. And we've seen screenshots from Burna. I saw a few other ones out there where they were saying the token deal was priced at about 2 cents, and that's what it was. And sorry for the misunderstanding, but our hands are tied. There's nothing that we can do. Well, unfortunately, I don't like seeing the word scam being thrown out there so liberally. It never feels good. It feels a little salacious. It's always, sad when, dirty laundry is getting aired out on the timeline. However, I do appreciate these guys calling out things that do need to be called out and holding people accountable. And this is a different situation with Predzor. So as you can see down here in his second tweet, he says that they had a DocuSign contract signed with the payment details specified that it was stable coins and in USDC. I asked Predzor directly in DMs. This was for multiple thousands of dollars. I can't disclose the exact amount, but it was not a small contract. He worked for them for 5 weeks, delivered everything that he was contracted to deliver: weekly news, YouTube videos, community game nights, articles on his website. They went above and beyond. The team happily shared his content, retweeted them. And then when it came time to collect on the contract, the business developer, the BD person, was fired. Here it is. When the invoice day came, the USDC was nowhere to be found. The BD person notified them that he was just fired. And then the CEO, Fan, who we are friends with and I, I've had good experiences with, jumped in the chat. We get screenshots of DMs being leaked, which I also never really love. Where Fan is basically saying that the contract is invalid because he didn't personally sign it and had no knowledge of it, despite the team executing it for over a month. Pretty rough. I mean, if we look at this message here, he says, unfortunately, that invoice and agreement is not valid because Alonzo, apparently their BD guy, didn't have the authority to sign it or authorize those conditions. And he's saying that they allocated funds in their Cypher token for the activation that they sent and paid. And he says, I understand that from your point of view, it might seem unfair based on what was discussed here before, but unfortunately, that was incorrect and invalid information. And he says he's sorry that they have to face this situation, and he hopes he understands he has no control over conversations and agreements that he didn't even know existed. That feels like a cop-out. I think as the CEO, if someone acting on behalf of your company signs a contract, you have to eat that, dude. You have to own that. Like, you guys signed the contract. I find it hard to believe that you were not aware of the terms that you were getting into. And even if you weren't, that's not Predzor's fault. That's not this media outlet, this agency. Like, one of your guys signed off on this, and I think that money is owed. The token deal, I also think that Berna was owed the money. It was a little bit more open for interpretation, and this is why token deals are always difficult. But yeah, this is rough. This does not look good. Predzor says that he tries playing the respectful founder card in the DMs, but in private, he admitted that the reason they won't pay in USDC is because they don't have the resources. Predzor says they are broke and that they are hiring agencies and communities that they cannot afford, using the work to pump their image, and then refusing to pay the bill. Ouch. Not a good look. Not a good situation. And it's in black and white. You've got the contract right there. I think that Kronos Worlds needs to pay their bills. I really do. Crypto Gorilla in the chat says, worst excuse I've ever heard of. I had no idea what was happening with my company for over a month. Absolutely. Manic Pixie says, Preds is not going to say things like this without a firm basis for doing so. Absolutely agree. Llama says, basically, future devs must make sure the CEO or founder has signed off on it. Yeah, exactly. It's crazy. Otherwise, you get payment up front. If it's like stable coins, like half now, half later, you can negotiate things like that. And if teams can't pay that, then it's kind of like, maybe a red flag, early on that you can kind of catch. We do have a statement from Fan, the co-founder and CEO of Kronos Worlds. He says, this is really kind of in response to Berna's thread. This is on the 8th. So this was last week. I have not seen a response to Predzor's thread, but amidst the FUD last week and the backlash, Fan tweeted out, as a founder, there are really hard days. This is one of them. Focusing on moving forward is what I do best, but it gets harder when you encounter new challenges. I don't think it's worth that I get into specifics. I actually disagree with that. I think you should get into the specifics. But no, there's always another side of the story around all the FUD and name calling. I'm inclined to agree. I don't think that this intended to be an outright scam. So I think scam is a harsh label. but certainly signing contracts and then not paying your bills and invoices is fraudulent behavior, in my opinion. It does not look good. And I like Fan. And I like the game. So it's really, really tough to see this happen. And this is the annoying thing about the TGEs that happen like this, because it's like, you know, this is not 2024 or like the beginning of 2025. You guys launched your token at a time when 60 games had shut down and no gaming token was performing well. And to go out and make all these deals with creators and guilds and have people on your team that are signing contracts that you're not aware of is just pure negligence and irresponsibility, and really, really, really a bad look. And you got to do better. As a founder and CEO in the space, we have to know better, because when you sign up for like the TGE, I mean, you're likely not signing up for a good time. So it's just like, enough is enough. We've seen enough of this. It's disappointing. It's disappointing. So he says, those that have been around for a while, you know that my intentions are always pure, even if things don't go exactly as planned. Much love for everyone pushing the space in the right direction, even if we have our differences. And he ends by saying it all started with a drawing. Maybe not the best time to drop the drawing of like how it all started. Yeah, I'm not getting enough from this statement for what I would want to see. I'd like to see more responsibility and accountability taken. Sad. Yeah, Crypto Gorilla. It's rough, dude. It's rough. No, that's the state of Web3 gaming right now. Moving on, we have a game shutdown that we got to talk about. Ragnarok Libre announced their service closure today, saying, "Dear adventurers, we want to express our sincerest gratitude to everyone who has journeyed with us in Ragnarok Libre. Regrettably, the game will officially come to an end on February 12th, 2026 at 5 a.m. UTC. And they give a schedule for their termination. Inhuman says, another scam. Thanks, D-Labs. Ragnarok just can't find success in Web3. There's a few Ragnarok IPs. I think there was one on Ronin. I think it was like two on Ronin. There was like Ragnarok Landverse and then something online or something. The game, so I first saw the game at YGG Play Summit last year. And I think, yeah, they launched. It's like very close to a year. It's tough because I like D-Labs. I've worked with them. Their token didn't go great. And to see this game shut down is rough. I really like their CEO. Their CEO, Junmo Kwan, was CEO at Nexon in the early 2000s, and played a part in MapleStory. And I agree with his thesis on crypto gaming, and his approach. So I really, really want to root for these guys. I really want them to win. And I don't stop being nice, Icy. Get the clip. Gorilla says, Doug Hype says, where do we draw the line of a scam or bad project? If they make a nice goodbye post, does that make it okay? Gorilla says, this is me being mean. I mean, it's just like, I don't know if Ragnarok Libre did anything wrong as a game. I actually play tested the game. It was kind of cool. It was a little buggy. And I was hoping that they would like fix that. I don't know, man. You know, like you're always rooting for people. So, and I think D-Labs as a studio is trying to find, you know, different ways to make crypto gaming work. They originally had their what was it? Their like D-Labs Racing, their Rumble Racing Star game. That was their first game that I ever played. And now they're having success with Giga Chad Bat. They are the developers with Giga Chad Bat, co-published by YGG Play, and I actually think that game has a ton of potential. I hope that they like take a lot of the community's feedback and implement that. That game is fun and cool. And if they do it right, I think that Giga Chad Bat could really work. I think that we've just seen this Ragnarok IP tried a few different times in Web3, thinking that like the Ragnarok lovers across the world will give it a try, but it's not working. It's just not working. So yeah, that's what it is. All right, guys, that's going to do it for the crypto gaming news. We got a few more headlines across the space that we did want to touch base on and talk about. We got to react the big story over the weekend. Nikita Beer versus crypto Twitter, man. Boy, oh boy, did Nikita light up the timeline with his tweet and delete. All you tweet and deleters, you non-believers, we see you, Nikita. Basically, he said, you know, he keeps dunking on crypto Twitter, and it really just leaves a sour taste in your mouth. It just makes it feel bad, dude. He's like treating our power users really, really poorly. There was that post from I retweeted it. Let me go to my profile. It was from Crypto Kaleo. You know, or the Crypto Dog. This one, both from Crypto Kaleo and Crypto Dog. Like, it's just the algo is broken, man. We all know it. We've all seen it. I did just want to mention it on the show. Something's got to change, man. Something's got to change. Something's got to be fixed. I saw a theory. I don't think it's up, but I saw a theory that was like basically saying, man, I should have saved it. It was actually really good. Oh, maybe it's this one from Wob. Wob had a banger on this. Basically, they are trying to design Twitter to be like Reddit, where, you know, it's the front page concept. But really they need to understand that it's more like 4chan, where it's about different segments and clusters and serving those communities. There's a really, really good post from Wob. I recommend you guys go read the full thing. But even just in this whole thread, there was a lot of great takes. And of course, Easy Eats Bodega has been covering the news pretty well. It's just sad, man. Sad. We did see Elon tweet out, like, kind of in response to this, that he was going to open source the algorithm and update it every few weeks. But he also said that like a year ago, and it never happened. So, not really sure what to make of this. Just sucks that they're killing, you know, Twitter. Hopefully something changes over time. I also saw this post from Ki Young Ju. Says this is why crypto Twitter posts are getting banned by the algorithm. Bots generated 7.7 million posts yesterday alone. This is on January 10th and 9th, up 1,200%. And there's a really funny post from Luke Martin from Venture Coinist saying that FTX stole our capital and Kaido stole our impressions. Tough, man. I'm hoping that they can figure it out, because I love this app. And as like a power user of this app, it would just be nice if the people that followed us could see our posts. Is that so much to ask for? And I just want to see posts from the people that I follow. This app was so great at one point. Make crypto Twitter great again. All right, our last story for the day, ladies and gentlemen. I retweeted the video last night. Oh, we can just go here. Dude, the the Federal Reserve is getting investigated by what was it? The DOJ or something? Basically, Trump is trying to intimidate Jerome Powell into lowering interest rates. Coffeezilla, that's what I was trying to say. Coffeezilla had a really great video breaking this down. If you guys want to go see that, what a time to be alive. This is just insane. This is absolutely insane. I retweeted it. Jerome Powell last night posted a 2-minute video basically saying that, you know, he's being targeted by Donald Trump. And they received, what was it, a grand jury indictment, basically alleging that it has to do with him not lowering interest rates and being bullied and intimidated. And he says he will not back down. He says that he has served 4 different administrations and he has always done what he believes the data tells them is in the best interest of the American people. And his job is maximum employment and economy growth. So that is what he's doing. This was a crazy video to see. For Jerome Powell to feel like he has to make this video, for Trump to like, I mean, it wasn't Trump direct. I think Trump denied any knowledge of it, but come on. Come on. Absolutely insane. It's just like I mean, I don't know about you guys, but like the clown world out here. And they're just like rules for me, but none for thee. Like, I just don't like the games that they're playing. And crypto is supposed to be like a way out of this. So I don't know. It feels like helpless to be a part of like a system that you just have, you know, no control over, no impact over. And these guys are just playing games with our lives and our livelihoods. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out to Josie, Kosi, Mount Doji. Appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope that you're well. Happy New Year. We got to play some games. We got to play some Arc Raiders. We got to play some Repo. I owe you, Josie. I apologize. Josie's been killing the content. Incredible creator and just person and human being. Loved hanging out in at YGG Play Summit. YGG's event in Miami. Guys, that's really going to do it for the stream. Today's stream was brought to you by B3.fun, the official gaming chain of Gaming Daily. But it seems like they are expanding beyond gaming. They got a reboot coming. Very, very exciting. Major updates coming to the B3 ecosystem. And I can't wait to see them. I have absolutely loved working with B3. They've got some really cool games. They've got some of the smartest people building in the space. They've got some of the best tech in the space. Former Coinbase alumni, Base alumni, building the layer 3 gaming chain on Base. But that and so much more. They've built games with Hype Duel. They've built tech with AnySpend. They've done airdrops. There's a lot happening in the B3 ecosystem. So if you guys are not tapped in and you're interested in the Base narrative, definitely tune in to B3. You can become a believer, spelt B3 believer, and join their Discord. It's the best place to stay up to date with what they got going on. And B3.fun is the sponsor of today's video. Much love to B3. It's been incredible working with them. Victoria, Daryl, Tim, Kathleen, incredibly based team out there. And this, guys, has been the Gaming Daily News live stream. We are back Monday through Friday, 6 p.m. EST. We can go to the full screen here. We are reviewing the news every single day. Oh, we got big updates coming this week. It's going to be a big week for us as well. GamingDaily.gg is in private early access, but we are pushing for public early access Here, let me come over here. Hopefully this week. So if you guys don't have access, let me know. We can get you in there. But our proprietary news terminal has been crushing it, trying to bring you all of the news as it happens, beyond just these live streams. We got the calendar where you can stay up to date on all of the events happening. You know, Warp Chain has, I mean, if we go to this week view, the calendar is looking fresh. Fogo TGE listing tomorrow. Warp Chain IDO, Moku Grand Arena booster box sales. Shiny Labs has an alpha test going on. The Sport.Fun TGE is happening. Wildcard with daily tournaments. So much is happening across the board, and it's only going to get bigger and better. Andromeda is pitching on the Killer Whales show. That should be really fun. That's going to be a live debut, 10:30 a.m. on Wednesday. So that's pretty cool. A lot of things happening, and we're going to have exclusive raffles for our launch. We got some test raffles right here, but we're going to be giving away like $500 for the month of January. It's going to be crazy. So stay tuned for that. Keep an eye out, turn notifications on, because I have been building this for almost a year now. I've been dreaming about building it for over a year and a half, and public early access of my baby, my labor of love, gamingdaily.gg is coming. It is my love letter to crypto gaming, and I cannot wait. With that said, guys, we will be back tomorrow, 6 p.m. EST, updating you on all the news that's going to happen tomorrow. I'm sure there's going to be crazy things. I hope that you enjoyed the stream. Go back to the beginning. We talked about Pokemon and Lego. We talked about Google winning the Apple Siri race. They're partnering with Apple, which is going to be crazy. We talked about the One Piece trailer. We talked about so much happening across the space. It's been a pleasure. My name is Icy Gaming. I will see you back here again, 6 p.m. EST tomorrow. And until then, enjoy a little bit of Marty Supreme.
These are facts.
What do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
These are facts.
What do you plan to do if this whole dream of yours doesn't work
That
out?
doesn't even enter my consciousness.
It's only a matter of time before I'm staring at you from the cover of a Wheaties box.
I think God's next test for me should be, can he handle a ridiculous amount of money? Yeah, because I've handled heartbreak, I've handled patience. Now I'm ready to handle direct deposit blessings. My financial overflow. Yeah, miraculous tax brackets. Lord, please test me with wealth. I promise I won't switch up. I'll still say thank you after every transaction. You gave me character, now give me commas. I think God's next test for me should be, can he handle a ridiculous amount of money? Yeah, because I've handled heartbreak, I've handled patience. Now I'm ready to handle direct deposit blessings.